this side of the map. There's Mako. Just setting up a smoke in case that C hit comes through. Paranoia now at the ready. Sends it as the salvos get ready to fly. Swings out, looks for a couple shots across. Buzz does manage to find the headshot, but Paint Shells will be able to take down Sylvan, and Henneman double dips for a little bit more and just barely escapes.
That was all a setup for T1 to clear that back corner where Mako was, and that part worked, but Hyunmin not able to be dealt with. That's going to give a numbers advantage for DRX. Bane spotted.
Yeah, caught, does get fault lined here, tucked in around the corner, however, still able to find the headshot to finish off Stacks. Both players on site, dangerously low, but Hyunmin hits one hell of a shot. As Meteor gets taken down, and now it is all on Izu. Finds the first. 3 more to try to deal with, and Bane still firing back.
Absolutely something that we need to be thinking about. Part of probably why he's feeling a little bit more comfortable to be over on that Viper. Suits him a little bit better potentially. Bane out with the haunt.
And what? Trying to find something. Granted, he is the one player with the ghost, so overall not too much weaponry going to be handed over, but Hyunmin now also dead. Mako swooping forward, able to find one, but this is starting to get a little bit too scrappy as weapons are going to be picked up, and T1 have player advantage. Buzz in the meantime is just completely keeping Estrella distracted as freeing on the hunt here on the site. Looks for a little bit more, but now he's going to be taking
one though. Being a little bit cautious over towards the C site.
Oh, and Freeing is just not backpedaling fast enough.
Nope. But gonna need to do a little bit more work. Sylvan wary of a Mako TP, I suspect.
Yep. There's Buzz pushing forward. It's gonna be Mako with a headshot that you have to be worried about. Back this Hyunmin. Now, yep, those are the kills that they needed. Showstopper, however, a bit too shallow. Sylvan at 64, still alive. Time getting away here from DRX. Now need to make a go of this, given that they had the ult committed. But seems like the call is for them to stay contained back. Just play for some exits perhaps here. Now starting to try to flood back forward, but that's...
Where these players are,
oh, there's the trap play. There's the execution. Buzz able to find one, but Estrella just
a matter of shutting down Mako here. Being watched by Meteor. Might be right in range of that Paranoia. Oh, he dodged it.
Izu holding at the box. Once again, just a trade. Viper for Viper, tap of the door. Mako still trying to fight his way in to join in with the rest of the team. Sylvan at the same time going to be taken down, but the time is starting to tick, and Stacks holding here. Comes away with 2. Mako dead, and Stacks will find the 3rd. Noise being made around B main. That draws a lot of eyes from DRX to that position. Well, Mako still just strafing around, sending out the Paranoia, but Izu out in front of it. He clipped to the very last moment. And Buzz is there for a little bit of added capitalization. Hyunmin able to find one there with the Stinger. There's Estrella not falling for the fake. Does he try to scale forward though? Yes, he does, and Sylvan is noting it, watching the walls.
They ping these smokes. It is. I like the diligence. I mean, just making sure they don't fall for Mako shenanigans. Oh, how does he win that?
I don't know, but he does. Izu clearly very warmed up coming into this. Mako catching a glimpse of the shoulder, but just not quite finding the timing. Swings out, does manage to win the fight, doesn't take any damage. Straight audio, Rolling Thunder about to come across, and that does not hit anyone either. Mako now trying to push forward, fully blinded up. However, Buzz able to find him. Now Meteor gets involved. Even though they have the read, they have the setup. They do not have the round. 5-1.
And there's just, even with map control, I mean, DRX has been taking rubble control pretty consistently, but T1's ability to refight for this space has been really nice.
Mitchell will try to delay, gets a glimpse and a couple shots across, and that will be Buzz dead. Armageddon to try to clear things out. Just another nano cycled forward here on the smoke. Bite as well. Lobbed in. It's Estrella, knowing that this player is going to have no audio whatsoever, just runs down Sylvan. Manages to clean up that kill. Now player advantage here for the side of the DRX, expounded upon Bane, able to find Meteor. Izu dropped. It's all on Stacks in a 1v5. Sprinting over for the plant, DRX prowling in just behind him.
Huge turnaround for DRX.
Big upgrades. Stabilize the economy a bit. Swing out, Stacks able to find the first, finds the second. Fault line at the ready. Sends it, spots the player here at drop, but doesn't read that Bane had hit the floor. And that'll be DRX find themselves a 2nd round win.
What a time to come through, but it's just fun.
Who's next?
Oh, dimensional drift, but Gunman pushing forward, gets the spot out, and that's going to be Izu. Basically sold out by Buzz. TP forward, Sylvan completely watched and noted. Buzz, however, around the back, gets into upper and Bane. Sunned up, does get taken down. Buzz able to find a second. Hyunmin gonna get dropped as the aftershock forces Estrella's reposition, but he sees the bullets flying, tracks the tracers, and Meteor gets caught up. Once again, Stacks asked to try to clutch this time. Mako ahead of the curve a little bit. As Wall blocks off the approach, the players significantly closer by. Swings out, spots out one, knows that he's running out of time, and Mako is right there on top of him. Takes him out.
Play, they're pinging it out. DRX is wary that out of that timeout, Sylvan might try to use his ult.
Well,
Oh,
it's gonna be him grabbing an orb, just looking to try to cycle up a third and final showstopper here in the half. Salvo's forced to reposition, gate crash over, across towards the door, switch and Buzz, able to go ahead, stabilize the aim, finds Hyunmin in the head. Takes him down, but still more work to be done to try to open up the side. Bane plunking in from the side here. Approaching the main, catching the timing and catching Buzz there at the back of the skull. Stacks that, dodging around some of these bullets, but Mako steady.
Down A.
He's able to take him down. 5 bullets remaining. He's continuing to push forward, finds himself a fourth, swaps the gun. Looks for a little bit more here. Then it's going to be freeing from the top row.
I do miss that.
Okay, well, Op is going to be passed over to freeing. Trying to hold down that C site. Sylvan swinging out, and Sylvan now sent across towards the A site, but backpedal and Mako.
Spike down A.
They just re-swing the door again, get him right before it closed. Comes away with 2 kills. Meteor still trying to push forward. Mako wall bangs him. Dude, if Mako cannot see you, you are as good as dead.
He's got X-ray vision.
He's Daredevil.
Yeah, the man with X-ray vision. My God.
Unbelievable. And with the push out, Bane is there.
Moved back.
Nightfall on a timing sent here. But Bane now getting the bad news, realizing that it hadn't connected on to anybody, and Izu this time is able to win out the fight. Takes out Mako, freeing alone on C here for the moment, being hounded. Once again, the salvo is going to be sent to try to flush him forward, and freeing, yep, tries desperately to bounce over them. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Kill comes in. T1 now decently poised to try to secure a lead here at the half. Aftershock to delay the approach of Waterfall. Bane eats a burst of damage, but knows that he has the C, so wants to scale forward to try to get the pick. Goes for it.
Operator stats before.
All right, well.
Someone let him know.
Look, sometimes it's hard to, sometimes you lose track.
Sure.
You know?
I've been there, yeah.
You think back to Shanghai, you had Lakia.
Like something you'd see out of like a old fantasy movie almost, to me.
I'd have to take maybe a harder look at it, but I was kind of getting like a, okay. Old 50s TV ad type fun.
Yeah, just
Giving
enough.
Estrella back, lurking, swing from freeing, and okay, a little bit of whippage, but still a good amount of damage. Buzz and Stacks both tagged up. 99 health between the two of them. Aftershock to try to flush Bane out of the corner. Does so, but has the kill on that swing. Goes right back into the corner.
Straight up.
That will be DRX picking up both pistols. We'll see if any of them can escape, as Izu is trying to find the punish and will be able to take Estrella down with him. So Spike will swallow up on Bane. Gets the
A little jiggling. That one way there, but DRX uses the bot, gain a little bit of space. Push out just being shut down.
Frank finds the hit. Sylvan gone. And I don't think we're going to be seeing a Thrifty this time.
A bit of a timing play there for T1.
Then again, Stacks. Oh my God. He's trying to make a go of this Meteor. Having to backpedal. Salvo's nearly online, but he
Just gonna have to read the angles.
slow creep forward. Hyunmin. Snappy.
a huge
80
hold.
smoke. Dissipating, and I think Mako should have seen him here. For the push out, but crossfire setup looking good. Bane strafing backwards, still able to find one. Looks for a little bit more, but Meteor cuts him down to size. Freeing now, last one standing. Grabs the spike and get the plant in. 1v3. Just that outlaw in hand. Nope, swaps over to the Bulldog. Gonna prove to be difficult, but finds the first. Fully flashed up, stuck in behind the box. Buzz. Next closest, trying to find the kill, and does. Narrow margins, but T1 will
Assault. Bulldog for Sylvan. Otherwise, it's rifles. The normal rifles all around. Haunt cleared. TP across.
Buzz revealing that he's out wide, and Mako able to capitalize, takes down his former teammate. Sylvan, however, looking for a punish and is able to pick one up. Mako take it down, so in the end, a 1-for-1, but Yoru that no longer has to concern DRX.
Still, and you have the Viper smokes.
Oh.
Freeing. That is, so he's been so good in those.
Very crisp with it. Still playing at a deficit, but the kills that he's gotten have been impressive.
Yeah, he's been really on point in those 1v1s.
Lockdown, bit of a fake here. As the cluster up, Izu backs.
30 seconds left.
In a good position to make this work. For the moment, he's going to pivot back in, holding the door, however, is Sylvan. Has the headshot, and T1.
Tons of experience between them. Mako just going to push up right through the rock.
And Buzz misses the shot, freeing again here at B main.
He's nasty.
Yeah, instant hit, but can't get out. Does end up top rope. Just that stinger in hand, spotting the head, sending out that paint shell. Still somehow has not been cleared. It's going to be Estrella who's able to find Meteor. Suddenly this round starts looking a hell of a lot better for the side of DRX. Mako out wide, some random spray through the smoke. A boom bot to go ahead and ensure the drop is opened up. The spot out of one. Hyunmin trying to pressure Sylvan out of position, can't do so. Izu on the entry into the site. Finds Estrella, the bite here at the feet. The turnaround from behind, Mako unable to find the punish. Bane now dead, and Mako all alone. The plant not for him. Stacks with 3. Will stop Thrifty from coming through. Some decent, solid early kills, but eventual Thrifty is just running and freeing, wanting some revenge for the previous round. Trying to find the catch. There's the stun, and there's the punish. Nicely called here from the side of T1, just ensuring that they can get that player advantage here.
Setups have been great.
They'll still have to try and work their way back into the site, so they don't have the dimensional drift to scout this. They have the player advantage. They have a rolling thunder, and now that gets sent out. Mako back level, however. Able to find Buzz. Izu held at bay behind the wall here for the moment. Hyunmin able to find Stacks. After shock from beyond. Does go ahead and claim Hyunmin, but DRX still in a good position. Now T1, I think, certainly wishing that they had that dimension.
To boot. Things looking rather dicey for T1 in this round. They're reacting well to this A hit, though.
They have to try to just clear out that boom bot, but it's all just a play distraction. Armageddon dodged. The stun, well, will connect. Drop down though, and straight up. To go ahead and keep things covered. Hyunmin keeps himself alive for the moment. It's just angle after angle. There's layers upon layers.
But trying to wait it out. Nope. Hyunmin, good for the final one.
They're
thinking.
Doesn't particularly feel great. Sylvan TPing forward, just looking to try to scout. His flashes go flying. Estrella tucked in on the side. Finds one on the peak. Sylvan dead. Izu gone, and they're just going to be picking him to pieces. Buzz will find one. He'll get
very good control over this space, even with the Taeho breach.
He's not connecting, but Hyunmin in around the back here. Looking for the peak, and then finds the timing. Izu, nothing coming through that door fast enough. Stacks just plants his feet. Puts one right between the eyes of Hyunmin, but the follow-up from the remaining players here on the side of DRX, once again, is just too damn good. The Stinger's not finding value. The off going to be lost on the floor. As it's going to be damn near flawless, it would seem here, barring Sylvan finding some very solid impact here, which will not be found. DRX now back into the all this movement, waiting for a timing. He could try, turn back, find some impact. Finds it there as Bane will get taken down. Stacks at the same time, coming away with a couple kills. It's Mako now, last one standing, having to back off.
30 seconds left.
Tiny bit of damage going to be taken, but it looks like T1 well set to go ahead and continue to tie this up. Mako with the attempt at the wide swing, but cannot find the shots. I'll push into the back corner. No detains. No minor jumps forward to get caught, but oh my God. Gentleman on the swing, able to find one, looks for a little bit more. Tiny bit of damage going to be there onto Meteor, but he is able to hold his ground. Buzz trying to lead the way. Flash up for the moment, jumps out of it, shorty in hand. Mako going to be taking down, player advantage now here for the side of T1 as they scale their way back in, gaining control of the site. Everyone from DRX pushed back, disconnected here at Mound. So they're waiting for the taps. Buzz just goes strafing through the smoke, is able to find one. Spray now coming through, but Meteor holding for the defuse, and he is...
God.
That's a seize on to Buzz.
It's okay.
Wait this out. Oh, TP. Okay, wall still raised. Mako just strafing in and winning the fight. Stacks
That's
shut down.
Step.
Oh, captain, my captain no longer. Mako. The very solid opening kill. Stun sent. Buzz swinging onto the corner. Able to find 1-3 and backed through the smoke. Buzz absolutely destroying the shorty again. Looking for the kill, but Estrella somehow able to come away with that. But Meteor swoops in, finds it, and we are just down in the mud. Freeing brings us now into a 1v1. The door being watched. Sylvan strafing, freeing, shooting on a walkabout. Not gonna be able to find anything at Mako this time. A tree loses out on the fight. He's TPing forward. Buzz is there, ready for the punish. T1 off to a roaring start here in overtime.
2 huge reads on both sides of the map by T1. That's going to give them a ton of room to work with. What does Estrella have to say about it? Is that all that util?
Fight not being thrown. TP in a little bit deeper, holds the door for one, but cannot get disconnected from the fight fast enough. Sylvan going crazy with a 3K. And it's Buzz will find
Anyway, good to go.
Yeah. Oh, the bounce, the TP forward, the fight now in towards Baby Door. Mako able to win this one out. Hunman. It's Hunman's kill. Mako comes up with some nonsense from time to time, but that was not one of them. But he will be able to find a follow-up as Buzz can take it down similarly. Izu from one of the approach taking quite a bit of damage. Sylvan still firing back, but
Gone way out towards A. And that's pulled a ton of DRX players over, so is T1 going to have the confidence? Oh, the timing from freeing, though. Oh, my God.
and that is the tip of the spear well severed. Stacks trying to creep forward. Just a glimpse there on the Bane. Continues to scale up, and Hyunmin ready with the crossfire angle. Not sure why Stacks thought he was going to be able to get away with that.
That's very uncharacteristic. Freeing again, good for another.
DRX now looking to get themselves map point for the first time, potentially in flawless fashion. Just Sylvan and Meteor try to be the difference makers. Misses the timing to catch the glimpse from above, but Bane
Might have seen the leg.
just doesn't have the time.
No.
Realistically. Flawless. It's the 36 seconds remaining here. DRX, the clock starting to dwindle, but freeing, finding an entry, swoops in, finds Izu, and Sylvan's only going to be good for one before getting taken down. Meteor will go ahead. Notes the flank, deal damage avoided, but needs to try to clutch it out. He is just tagged up and about to be taken down. The shorty of that distance, not going to do a damn thing, but he's got 8 bullets left in the mag. And freeing from site, though, where the exec is getting ready to come through. Stacks looking to slow things up, sends up the fault line. Ping not finding anything, and Stacks hitting a hell of a shot on the Hyunmin. Denies the entry and very much shuts the door here in DRX's face.
Yeah, DRX thinking they'll have time.
Ooh, Mako.
Ooh, took a ton of damage.
Tagged up. I have to assume there's maybe Izu. Now Stacks is able to find a second. Takes Mako down, and things are looking very good for T1 to find their first real pistol win here of the series, as Sylvan will find 2. And that is freeing now all alone with just a ghost in hand. We know that he could be very deadly with this gun for reasons like that.
Heard the footsteps.
Near crossing, gets the final shot there, tries to strafe back over towards the sewer, cannot make it out to safety. T1 will go ahead and get the defuse and get their first pistol.
Yeah.
As Orange is going to be lobbed out, popped. Line getting the hit here, swing onto the corner, and Hyunmin, those bullets connecting, buys enough time. Bane to push forward, they lose Mako in transit, but still are able to find the trade up. So now player advantage in their hands. Buzz pushing, eating some damage, not quite connecting. Buzz eating a little bit more there. Noting the player out from tower. Both player positions should be known. Bane taken down, freeing now, needing to do it all, and for a second, Looked like he was going to be able to find a little bit more, but 3 players surviving. T1 will close out the anti-eco.
Yeah, a lot of damage done there to T1 though. Armor's gone for both Stacks and Bum. T1 right back to A main. A little bit further ahead of it this time though.
Oh, for shots. Flying through and freeing. Able to just break things open. Meteor with the Guardian. To be some very clean shots to try to get some damage through, and there you go, 1 to the head. As everybody just backpedaling away, Mako going to stick around to look and see, make sure that they can't try to get any kind of knitted fuse going through, put things up. T1 can just try to fill space on the back of this, and Buzz just going off a timing, sprays down in towards A main, finds one as Frank falls, Mako similarly dead. I'm only able to trade one out, but Bane finds another, brings it back to parity, a 3v3, but HP bar is relatively in tatters here for the side of DRX. Everyone tagged up, no one at full HP. Just quickly trying to pivot their way across over towards the B site. Sylvan quickly gets into position, looks for the jump, but Estrella draws down, eats a ton more damage, down to 15 health, but is able to find that kill. He'll get stunned in position, he will die. But he gets the plant in play. It's now a 2v2.
It's going to be so tough. I mean, look how far back DRX is playing. Got to push these angles and win these fights.
Aftershock should tell him that it's going to be on the right-hand side, but Bane just goes crazy.
Bane's going all the way across the rope.
Ride it towards that north side. As Buzz just dropping down. Overdrive going to be popped. Gentleman fully flashed up. Does end up falling. Izu able to find that with the Sheriff. Swing onto the door though. Stacks. A headshot. Putting one back in kind. Diffuse now held up to half as the Molly hits the floor. T1 somehow get this back in a somewhat winnable position. Still odd stacked against them. And yeah, with that.
Izu one away from his ult. Stacks has his. Sylvan has his. Seemingly be a tricky round for DRX.
Double reclear up into Arcade. And that's going to be Frank caught. Do they know that Hyunmin's in position? Listen, the answer is no, though. So it's able to find one. Jiggles on the corner. Finds Sylvan. Now knows that they have him dead to rights as things start getting absolutely chaotic. Smoke dissipating over here at main. Stacks able to find one, but Kenman comes away with a third as Stacks will fall. Kenman currently on for an ace. Buzz around the back, clearing out the cam, clearing out the trip, but it's just an op in hand. Try to re-clear, get them way forward here to the site. A lot of this is going to be on the shoulders of Izu, who does get the jump on Bane. Has the salvos, has the Armageddon. Does he opt to send it? The answer is going to be yes. That flush is
what a
straight up
flash.
forward, but the flash fully connects.
One enemy
Now into the 1v1. Stuns exchanged. Connects onto Izu. Estrella holding the corner and has the shot instantaneously.
Accoutrement by 4T1 again. Trying to do something.
Oh, trying to get a catch. It's going to be a repeat.
Slow creep up.
Next around the corner, dead. Spray through as Estrella finds that kill. Fast lane now set up, stuns out. As Buzz being focused here a little bit by the salvos, but as the smokes are dissipating, T1.
Yes. I'd love to see some of that back from T1 player angles, because that was crazy spicy. But T1 going to lean into it. See if they can shut this down.
Aftershock holding back the Sands position. Buzz the peek into mid, nails the shot. Jiggle peek out, sending the relay bolt, catches a glimpse there as well of Fring. As a tiny bit of damage going to be taken, tries to go for the reposition, and I don't think he's going to be ready for this one. No, he is not. Fring able to get in on top. Coming away with 2-3 now as Stacks falls. Meteor needing to answer back in a huge way. The double face out, isolates down to one. And Mako draws to come through. Izu steadily making his way closer across, and that jiggle peek tells all. Spots out multiple players. Meteor now reinforcing this spot as well. Flash not connecting. Looks for the transition there. Stun does come through, and Fring able to peel off a kill. Bane now striking in from behind at main. Sylvan caught off guard. Buzz arriving frantically, just dashing around with just a classic in hand.
This can do a little bit of util for Izu. Grab the Phantom.
Stun connecting. Question is it going to be cosmetic? Lock down this position here for now. Stun on the corner, obviously not going to connect. The drone will look to try to force him back. Slide in, Hyunmin looking to really up the pace there. Does end up dying as Sylvan holds down the site, but cannot escape from the Armageddon. Sacks over, able to find Estrella, does make sure X doing pretty well to handle it. Bane's still going neutral here in the K&E department. There's Meteor missing the timing. Trying to advance to the smoke, but Estrella catching a glimpse and has that Stinger point blank range, is able to put him down. DRX with a lower investment, still looking to try to get this one across the line, but Sylvan does come away with two. Estrella freeing, both going to be eliminated. Bane picks up another, is clear on the tripwire, gives away Buzz's position as well as just him sprinting forward, and Mako is not ready for it. Stun out Bane, just lingering here within the smoke. The Vandal recovered, picks up a 3K. Buzz now. Last one left, the overdrive to expire. The wraparound being threatened here. Buzz completely...
Giving some info over.
Oh no. Sliding forward, looking for it.
Oh
Mako
no.
does end up finding the kill. His orbital strikes are going to be stacked on top of each other, and Sylvan comes away with two once again. This time Bane, Mako going to be taken down. T1 desperately looking for this thrifty, and now it's looking likely. He's backpedaling away as Strayan just stuck with a shorty in hand. As the Steel Guard took away his weapons, and Hyunmin is just going to be pushed to oblivion by the Rolling Thunder. Still, maybe a little bit cosmetic, finds the first kill. Things can K up. Meteor trying to stay tucked. Tagged up. Oh, not quite checking for the angle. He's able to find the kill. Stun here onto Estrella as it gets awkward, and Meteor capitalizes in the chaos.
A panic moment there.
Running low.
And that cost DRX 2 players. Meteor just no fear. Continuing to storm into the backlines of DRX. They have no choice but try to go for the spike.
Mako and Bane now needing to deliver in a huge way, but side is completely surrounded with Meteor scaling forward through the defender spawn. Smoke called down, aftershock sent here. Mako will catch a timing, finds the headshot. Stack's gonna be put down, looks for a little bit more, does find Meteor. But the salvos come through and the time is just not gonna be there. T1 taking potential 1v1 versus Bane over on that side. Looks like Bane's still maybe a little bit wary of it. Silva taking a forward position, pushes up, does still get stunned. He hasn't been able to collect one, but will die in responses. Estrella similarly gonna be taken down. And it seems like from the rest of the round from here can play.
He might get Meteor here. Oh, never mind.
Up and over the top, Meteor will go ahead and find one. Mako in the maker, pushing Bane back. Cage coming up, but Buzz on his heels, spraying through, trying to find what he can, but it's going to be Sylvan there to collect it. Hyunmin drifting forward, runs out of bullets. Izu strikes him down. Guardian shot to the head, and suddenly T1 in control of the site. Spike planted and up by 2.
Oh, okay. Estrella finds
Time, double face forward on the Meteor. He's looking for a timing, but he's unable to find it. And then will collect unavailable here from either side. This Izu trying to scale forward, take that fight. Freeing ends up getting taken down. Sylvan trying to recover here on the reload and from being blind. It's unable to find it. Buzz now striking in from behind, however. Able to find one as Mako will get taken down. Stacks here on the verge, right on the edge of that smoke. Buzz is now the last one standing. He tries to set up for the relay bolt, but it's his head taken off. The fuse is in.
Okay.
I mean, she said everything for me. I didn't have to
She
say.
did.
Yeah. Vice just doing the commentary. This Buzz forcing away, but Sylvan covering fire, comes up with 2, then a third.
Gets 3 and on the hunt now. T1 just seeing if there's anybody lurking around, but it is a... Oh, never mind.
At range.
You have to go huge
Bane
here.
now starting to be pressured out. It's back around, swings in, is able to find one. Meteor going to be taken down, but eventually Buzz closes in the distance, finds him. Estrella similarly dead. He's still hovering this ult. They're going to commit for this.
Oh boy.
The Armageddon getting sent in. It feels like this might just be a bridge too far. No one going to be dead to that. Hyunmin does have the overdrive, maybe can deliver on this front, but it's only going to be for the 1 kill as Izu out from tower, peeks and finds the enemy Neon. Point blank Buzz. As Vine's freeing, Mako dare to receive it as they try to go for the pinch. Little strike. Oh, splitting them apart. That Stacks isolated and dead. The spike now stranded here on the site itself. Swing around the Rosie here. Sylvan going to be able to find one, but Mako quickly trades him out. 4v2. Meteor's position noted. Izu should be known as well. Finds a hell of a shot. Puts the operator on the floor. Smoke now dissipating as his own Armageddon going to be called in. Mako forced to try to reposition, finds a shot, drops down, and with 5 HP survives.
The back corner, and Mako still reads it.
They're never going to see that. I'm in the middle of
I'm just out in the open. Yeah.
Well, Hyunmin goes for the peak. Meteor taken down.
Now, this opens up space for Freeing to quickly clear through spawn.
Oh, wide swing out. Buzz finding the headshot. And gets taken down as fast lane going to be sent. Hyunmin in danger. It's going to be Freeing actually out from Tree,
Huge.
who spares him his life.
Oh,
Mako just doing his normal stuff, fighting Sylvan inside of a smoke. Hyunmin will get taken down, but it's now all on Izu. The salvo's and a stun. All that he has to work with comes from the flash. Stun going to be committed here. They clear up close. Tries to swing out, Straya holding the line, able to find it. Operator can be recovered, and DRX tying it up 10-10.
and this is why it's so big that they find. They're going to challenge this.
Reposition coming through. Meteor trying to approach in from main. But into the back, and Freeing again has Buzz's number. Rolling Thunder going to go across, as well as the steel guard and everything in the kitchen sink being thrown here at the site. Straya. Dead is going to be tight angles here to try to use that operator, and he's losing teammates. Does manage to find one, swaps to the shorty, takes down Sylvan, stacks. Last one alive here for the side of T1, brings it now into a 1v1. Bane does have the neural depth, could try to go for the reveal, but should have a pretty good idea of Stax' position. As there's the swing out, and Bane will shut him down. DRX reestablish the lead, 11-10.
Yeah, this is so back and forth. I mean, when it looks like one team has kind of found themselves an advantage, might be able to take the round. Very favorable ult cycling for DRX. T1 obviously needs this round, but
Toggle on the camera, Buzz riding the rope. Oh. Instantaneous with the headshot. Takes out
Rolling Thunder only connecting onto Freeing.
when it pushes him into the open and into the salvo. Izu there to capitalize. They can try to find a corpse. Flash out, Meteor fully blinded up. Regains vision. Mako gets taken down. Izu with the peek out from the door, able to find the trade up. Straya now dead. 2v4. Spain dodging out the stun, the aftershock, forcing the reposition from Hyunmin, and it seems like once again the call to save has been made. DRX gonna have to try to play this out in overtime.
One, if they have, he feels that that is a key to victory for them. As simple as that.
Well, it's certainly been warming up, but take a look. That neural is still available. Mako now in orbital strike online is now Armageddon sent to try to counteract the positions. Meteor, however, taken down as Hyunmin is able to find one. Overdrive going to be pop stacks, dead. Looking for a little bit more. Freeing, finding Sylvan, and here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Izu gonna look to try to pull off an absolute miracle, but he cannot. Mako swoops around from the back. The defuse will come in, and that's gonna be us going to overtime once more.
Just unbelievable. The back and forth, but from the other direction too.
And now starting to scale forward, slides in. Wow. Meteor immediately assassinated. Stax is able to trade it back, so Hyunmin dead on the ground. 4v4 now, push out Straya. Not able to capitalize there for a brief little moment, but eventually he's able to find the kill. Buzz answering one back. Player advantage is here for the side of DRX.
Go, go, go.
Pass lane on the setup. Izu with the timing. Catching Freeing. A bit off guard is stunned. Not quite connecting, and Izu's down to 7. The salvo sent to try to make a go of it, but Flash at the ready. Both players disconnected back in towards main. Plant not in for them. Mako just looking for the slow creep up as there's the stun. Izu says, I guess I just try to hold this one to completion. Meteor on the jiggle peak. Hyunmin going out a little bit wider, and this time the shot not going to connect. In the meantime, Buzz is going to try to push through, but Bane's going to judge. The fault line not connecting. He tucks back over into the smoke. Hyunmin on the peak, able to find one. Meteor going to be taken down the gun barrel, spotted, but Izu able to find him. But Hyunmin finding a second, Freeing from stairs, gets rid of Stax, and it's now all on Sylvan. 25 seconds, a 1v4. T1 have asked this man to clutch in the past, and he has delivered, but right now it seems like it is going to be a bridge too far. The time dwindling, DRX playing around with their numbers, with the clock, and Sylvan will only be good for one. 14-12.